Alright, number 6. Again, notice we have the degree of the top is exactly one more than the bottom. So I'm going to start out trying to find my oblique asymptote. So I'm going to start out with x squared. Now I'm missing a term, so I got to put a 0 as a placeholder. So I'm going to say plus 0x and then minus 4. And then x cubed minus 7x squared minus 9x minus 6. Alright, to get x squared to equal x cubed, we have to multiply by x. So we'll put an x here. And then x times x squared gives us x cubed. X times 0x will still give me a 0x squared here in the middle. And then x times 4 will give me a negative 4x. Alright, change the signs and combine, so that will go to 0. Bring down your negative 7x squared and bring down negative 5x and bring down minus 6. Alright, so now we're looking at the x squared, trying to get it to equal the negative x squared here, negative 7x squared. In order to get these to equal, I need to multiply by negative 7. So minus 7. Alright, so negative 7x squared, that is. Negative 7 times this guy will give me a 0 in the middle. Negative 7 times negative 4 will give me a positive 28. And then that goes away. Bring down negative 5x. And that will give us 22. Positive 22. Alright, so here's my linear factor. I got a remainder. X squared is too big. We're not dividing. We're multiplying. So the remainder, again, or for the first time that we've seen, you don't have to worry about it. It's not part of your oblique. It's only the linear factor that you get. So your oblique is going to be y equals x minus 7. Now, because this did not go in evenly, I want to check and verify that I do get vertical asymptotes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to factor the top and the bottom. Okay, so the bottom of this is a difference of squares, x plus 2, x minus 2. Alright, setting these equal to 0 will give me 2 vertical asymptotes. X equals negative 2, x equals positive 2. Alright, so this is possible if nothing divides out. So the numerator, I'm going to factor that. I'm going to try to factor it by grouping. Give myself some space here. So I'm going to start up here and write the factor form right above that line. So I'm going to start out with x cubed minus 7x squared. I'm going to group those two together. And then negative 9x minus 6. I'm going to group these two together. Alright, these two I could factor out in x squared. And that will leave me with x minus 7. And then these two I could factor out a negative 3. And that will leave me with 3x plus 2. Okay, notice how they're not the same. So this will not factor by grouping. So I'm going to say that this numerator will not factor. Just to be careful, I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to try these numbers 2 and negative 2 with synthetic division. So negative 2, just to make sure this is not a factor. And I'm going to start out with the coefficients 1, negative 7, negative 9, and negative 6. So bring down the 1, negative 2 gives me a negative 9. It gives me a positive 18 when you multiply. It gives you a negative 9. A positive 9, actually. Be careful. And gives me a negative 18, and that will not equal 0. So we can see that the x plus 2 is not a factor because negative 2 doesn't work. Now let me try positive 2 to see if that one is a factor. So 2 times 1 is 2. Gives me a negative 5. That's a negative 10, negative 19, and that will give us a negative 38. And that will not equal 0. Okay, so we are good. I would just be overly thorough to check. So we get vertical asymptotes, and we have an oblique x equals negatives, or y equals x minus 7. Okay, so x equals negative 2, comma, x equals positive 2. And then it says oblique or horizontal, so that is just y equals x minus 7.